Hi, I'm Carrie Stacy from Stacy and Associates, where we do business valuations, consulting, and mergers and acquisitions. And this is Business Bites, bite-sized tips for business owners so business doesn't bite you. And today we're doing it unscripted and a little less formal, and hopefully that works. So today I want to talk about the COVID. Like, we haven't heard enough about the COVID, but I want to look at it a little bit differently today. So the other day I met a business owner who had a web-based business, fairly successful guy, had grown it out, had a bench of talented individuals working for him. And he was having a bad year, of course, like a lot of people, and continuing to pay this staff. And his thinking on it was that many of his clients had reduced their spend or stopped spending entirely. And he was waiting out the recession. He was going to continue to pay his staff because they're so great, and good people are hard to find. But he was going to wait, and pretty sure all those clients would come back after the pandemic. And it got me to thinking, had we been in a pandemic that, we were going along and we experienced a dip and it lasted maybe 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks. The government gave us a little bit of money to survive. That logic would apply very well. You could, for a few weeks, wait it out and then keep going. But we're not. We've been at this for 9 months now, and it'll be another year probably before we see widespread distribution of vaccines and treatments. And then it'll probably be another year after that before we see more or less eradication of the virus. In the interim, we still need to follow those protocols, but we're really in a recession. Like any other recession, it doesn't matter how we got here, whether it was a housing bubble or a COVID-19 virus. As business owners, we have to deal with the situation and reinvent ourselves. So you want to start thinking, if you're waiting for the COVID to be over, you're going to be waiting a long time, and somebody else is going to be finding new customers if you are not. So I really encourage you to go out there and find new customers. You won't regret it. Your old customers may come back, they may not. And in the interim, that old saying for business owners, grow or die, applies. It doesn't matter how we got into this recession, we need to adapt. We need to go find some new clients, some new customers. We need to change our business models, pick up new lines, get rid of stuff that isn't working, because they may come back and they may not. And whatever happens, we're never going back. There is no normal. This is normal. Change is normal. So the future will look different than the past. And as business owners, you've got to change and adapt with that. With my web guy, wow, we are sitting in the middle of one of the most incredible shifts in history in such a short time, changing to an internet-based everything. You can't sit on the sidelines. I mean, there's so much low-lying fruit for this guy. I wanted to scream out to him, look around, there's lots of opportunity, go pick it up. So if you're in a business and you're down, of course, lots of people are this year, instead of thinking of it as a short-term fix or short-term problem that is going to be over soon, look at it like a recession like any other. If you've been around long enough to have survived the earlier recessions, one or more of them, take the same tact with this one and start trying to find new ways to reinvent yourself. You won't regret it. So if you need a little help getting there, reach out. You can click into stacyandassociates.com, and there's always a half-hour free consulting, or write your question in the box below. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and stay tuned next time for the next Business Bite.